Ladies and gents, boys and girls, today I'm back with another video, and we've done it. This is the final video of 2024. Woo! And yeah, what a great year this has been. Well, today I thought, why not hop into a game of solos, try and get the final win of 2024, and also, not only that, just talk about my review on this year as a whole, because there's a lot to talk about. And then we're also going to talk about what I want to happen next year in 2025. So this video is going to be a nice video just to send off this great year. And honestly, I want to actually make a disclaimer. I actually recorded this video a few days before New Year's Eve. This isn't actually recorded on the 31st, mainly because I'm going to be at a party. On that day, I'm going to be at a party. So I wouldn't be able to record this on the day, so I'm going to be recording it a few days before, but it should be coming out on New Year's. But honestly, like I said, I hope you don't have a good New Year's. And yeah, without further ado, we're on the way to 500. So let's, without further ado, get into today's video. Alright, so let's begin. Obviously, let's start off what I thought about this year. Now, obviously, this year was alright. I think this year was very, very cool. And obviously, I just wanted to say before I get into this, I'm not making this a video to flex about how my year was. And I don't want to make it to just like say my year was the best or my year was better than yours, or just for the people who haven't had the greatest year to obviously be annoyed. Because I'm not going at people who had bad years. Or like trying to make them feel worse about their years in comparison to mine. Mainly because, to be honest, I understand that. Because last year, at my first point I'm going to make is compared to last year was one of the worst years of my life. And this year, this year in comparison, was one of the best years in a while. Since, in my opinion, 2019, 2018, before the lockdown days, before 2018, like that time period. This is like the best year since coming out of lockdown. And there's many reasons I have for that. And I'm going to explain why in a second. My logic is for that. And I'm going to be real. And I'm going to be completely honest. Because obviously honesty is the best policy. You could say. It's true, but yeah. So let's begin. So obviously I'm not gonna go like month by month, tell you what happened this month, what happened that other month. I'm not gonna go through that because that will be long and we will be here all day if I did that. So I'm gonna spare you lot the misery and just give you an overall reflection. To be honest, if I'm being real, a lot of things happened this year, and to be honest, this year felt like a new chapter, like in multiple ways. Comparison to last year, where it was one of the worst years, I had to go through a lot of challenges, and I felt like I lost a lot. This year was great. In comparison, this year was way better. To start with, obviously, I turned 17 this year. Obviously, 1 year away from being an official adult, which is crazy, as well as obviously going into college, starting college and leaving secondary school. For context as well, like when I started the channel, I was going into secondary school. I was 11. And now I'm still doing YouTube and I finished school and now I'm in college. Wow. Showing how much the Epic Alex plays has taken me a long way. Taken me through a lot. I've been with the Epic Alex Play channel. So I need to stop talking like that. But like I said, it's crazy thinking how the beginning of my channel I was starting secondary and now I'm still doing it and I've finished secondary and I'm in college now, showing how far we've come as a channel and me as a person. Like I said, I gained a lot of friends and it was great. But yeah, one of the best thing that's happened this year, in my opinion, was obviously GCSEs. Now, I don't want to sound like a prick because I know not everyone got
good grades. And I know not everyone got what they wanted, and I know people don't really like talking about GCSEs because they only pass like two or three GCSEs or zero or what, I don't know. But like, I don't want to be a prick and like take the piss out of people who obviously didn't get good grades. But I'm only talking about me. And to be honest, I'm not gonna flex and say I'm smart, mainly because I am not. Because I was obviously having my own doubts. Like the year before and earlier this year, we did practice exams. If you don't know, they're called mocks. I don't really want to go into a detail and explain what mocks are, but they're basically GCSE exams you take before the actual GCSE exams, just to see if you're actually smart enough to do a GCSE paper, and if you're actually ready for GCSEs. And the first time we ever did it, I didn't pass any, and it made my parents. And then this year, when I did it again, because you do it twice, I only passed three, and that made my parents worried because they're like, "Oh, I could be the first one to fail or get zero. Like, what would I do then?" Like, all these fears and doubts. And to be honest, they kept ingraining into my head thinking I wasn't going to pass. So when it came to the actual day, I thought I was going to fail. But obviously, because the thing is, the difference is when I actually first did the exam, I thought I was going to pass. But then obviously my parents kept ingraining the fact that I wasn't going to pass. So it got me nervous. But obviously it was one of the best days this year when we got the results. I was on holiday. I'm always going to remember this day as one of the best days ever. And how happy I was. It was so surreal. It was just so like wholesome. Like how happy. It was like a really wholesome moment. And it was like a beautiful day. Like it was a beautiful moment. That happened this summer. Speaking of this summer, a lot of things happened this summer. Like I went on 3 holidays, and I went on my first holiday technically by myself. I travelled up to Cyprus by myself to stay with my aunt and uncle, which I never travelled alone before abroad. So it was a new experience, and it showed independence. Also, I went on 2 other holidays to Spain and Menorca, which was also from Menorca as well. Obviously got my results. So that was, so first of all, the summer was amazing compared to last summer where I barely went out and I was just sad. So it was a great summer. Also as well, I went to a lot more football stuff, not only like football matches, but I also played some football matches. Like I think I played no, 2 to 3 matches I played this year. Called the El Clasico. If you know what El Clasico is, it's basically the B-Tech version of the El Clasico. So we played that this year, and one of the last games I did play on that this year, it was one of the best games. My team didn't win, but we had a biased ref towards the other team. But I scored a penalty, and it was a crazy moment. And yeah, it was on the final day of my exams, and it was cool. Not only that, we also had my prom, which something crazy happened, which I'm not going to state on YouTube because I don't, just in case he's watching, but something crazy did happen on prom. But it was also my first prom, and I only knew what prom was from the movies. Like, if you've seen Back to the Future, the first one, like, it's basically what Back to the Future is. What else happened? Also, obviously, I had my leavers day where we went taking photos. I got a lot of photos, including some with girls, but like, I'm not gonna flex. no. As well as what else happened? Also, I had my shirt signing where I had like one of the most signed shirts of the day, mainly because of the Epic Alex Plays channel. What else happened? You know what? I need to mention my channel. Why not? Why am I not mentioning YouTube yet? Yeah, that's a good point. YouTube. As a whole, this year is probably one of the best years since, I'd say, 2020, 2021. Since the lockdown days, 2020 to 2022, that period. I don't know if there was a lockdown in 2022, I might be wrong on that. But I felt like I've enjoyed myself a lot this year on the channel. I started expanding my ideas and starting to implement different styles of content. That's not just gaming. Um, and like I said, I've enjoyed it this year on the channel. And this year, statistically, I've gained. If you want to know, if you want to know how much subs I actually gained this year, um, I believe I gained this year 145 subs. And views wise, I've gained 27,825 views this year as well, which is amazing. I started doing videos, I started like implementing the audience and more of you guys, like the Q&As, like the like people decided my like FIFA team, like whatever, like started implementing those ideas. I also started doing more IRL videos, like vlogs, blah blah blah. And obviously hoping going into 2025 that we continue the streak of different video ideas. I also started doing the CD reviews. I started doing like me doing a maths paper, reading Instagram comments on Reels, and also like reading like weird stuff from Reddit. Like those are like videos I never really thought I'd be doing, but I started doing. Not only that, I also started doing videos on a upcoming channel known as Iggy Travels. Yeah, Iggy Travels. And funnily enough, me and Iggy were only friends this year. We first became friends this year. And the way we're acting is feels like we've been friends for years. Funny how that is, you know? Obviously, if you want to know the story, one of the videos I did like earlier this year with him, he wanted to come on my channel. We were in the same history class. I don't know. I think I'm trying to think. We mainly had one mutual friend between us two, and that was another YouTuber. But I don't know if it was because we met, but one of the main people who were mutuals was Isaac, or known as Wow. I was going to say Wow Wheels. No, Jeweler YT. He was obviously one of the reasons I was like one of the mutuals. Us three have done videos like the Christmas special we've done. We also done another video, and I want to make more videos of Isaac this year. Well, coming in next year because he has a big channel, 800 subs. His viewership's insane. He's an insane editor and content creator, and he's a cool guy in general. Funny enough, we sat next to each other in math and Spanish. The whole, yeah, fun fact if you didn't know, I sat next to V Jeweler YT. But yeah, speaking about Iggy Travels, though, he's an upcoming content creator that is very good. He does good content. If you don't know what he does, he just travels around different places in the UK, and does his reviews. I featured on Seven, and I basically gave him the idea to do his channel, and I was giving advice and tips and things, and now he's nearly hit 100 in a year, which is crazy. So I hope he hits it. But obviously next year we got some videos planned, me and him. Also, I hope I make videos of Wow Wheels. So I'm hoping to do more collabs next year with different YouTubers. And yeah, I'm going to hopefully do more ideas, different range, different variety. Also, as well as just keep it to the basics and do gaming videos. Like, obviously, there's going to be more games that comes out next year. I don't know which games those will be. I think GTA 6, unless that's 2026. I might be wrong. But hopefully, games-wise, we get more games. And hopefully more content creation as well from different creators. But obviously, it just depends on how I've... Like, chemistry, I think, is the most important thing when it comes to making videos, because, to be honest, without chemistry, I don't think I could, like, make a good video. If I make a video with someone I dislike, or someone that I'm not really close with, it doesn't really make the best content. Meanwhile, if someone I'm close, we can make banter, it can be funny. That's hence why I enjoy doing videos more with people I like actually chill with. And if I don't really chill with them, then I don't normally ask. Also, another point is, another thing, we've had our first female appearance on the channel as well, by a girl, believe it or not, Angelica, first featured on the channel this year, which is crazy because I never thought in the how many years I've been doing, 5 years that I've been doing YouTube, that I get a girl on the channel. Me, yeah, me. Obviously, I'm not gonna say I hope I get more girls on the channel because that just sounds weird. But you know, she was a great addition to the channel. If we ever make a video again together, I don't know, but you know, I actually enjoyed that experience. If you don't know, we did a Trivial Pursuit and a Roblox video together. So yeah. What else should I mention this year? Like, I think going into next year, I also another thing this year, obviously, was I went to my first rugby game. Like, I'm not big on rugby. I'm not like I only watch rugby. I only watched rugby if it was either my mate playing because my mate's a rugby player, well, not professionally, but for his club, or I mean his team. Or if England plays in the World Cup or the Six Nations. If you don't know what the Six Nations is, it consists of 6 countries, including obviously England in the tournament. But apart from that, I don't really watch rugby. So, and it was like a last thing as well. I got asked if I wanted to go. I said yes, because you know I always have to say yes to opportunities. And I went out with my brother and like my cousin, and I had like one of the most fun experience of match ever. One of the most fun experiences. Obviously, I'm only used to going to football matches, and I went to Twickenham Stadium. It's funny because in the same week I went to Watford to watch Watford versus Portsmouth at Vicarage Road, and obviously that was a crazy game in itself. Last minute goal, yeah, a lot of crazy moments from that match. But as I said, obviously I really enjoyed that time, and to be honest, that also taught me that like whenever I get offered something interesting that could be good, then that could be fun, I will say yes. Because unless it's something that I dislike or I don't want to do, then like if it's something I can do that I'll enjoy, I'll do it. Like if anyone told me at the beginning of this year that I'd go to a rugby game at Twickenham, then I'd say, what? Or if anyone would say this year that I would have a girl on the channel, I'll be like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? If anyone would say that I'd go on to pass the majority of my GCSEs, I'd be like, in what world? Like, it just shows that this year was incredible. And I'm hoping that the next year, 2025, is on a similar caliber. Because honestly, considering last year was shit, I was just hoping that I was begging that this year would be better. And luckily, thanks to the gods that this year was great. So obviously, like I said, there's going to be new opportunities coming on the channel for me, hopefully. Obviously, as well, like with the whole college thing, I was just like, at the beginning, I was just like not sure. Like, one thing as well in college was also like, because this year was basically like a new chapter, and like I had to adapt to things. For example, when I left secondary school to go to college, I was obviously having to like talk to new people that I've never met before, hoping I make new friends. And obviously for the people I did talk to, I didn't obviously talk to as much when I did go to college. And honestly, my mindset was going into college, I was like, if I pass, if I'll just focus on my work and like make my friends and just making friends like not the highest priority. But that was mainly because I didn't really care that much about making friends going into college. But then I met a group of people I'm still friends with to this day, and here we go. I have friends. I'm not saying friends are difficult to make for me, because obviously I've got loads. But obviously it wasn't like my highest priority going into college. And honestly, I'm grateful I do have friends, because I wouldn't be able to make content otherwise. But But like I said, going into the new year, I do have many ambitions, many other things I want to do. But obviously, but I think next year will be as good. I hope it is. Also, another thing, I had my award ceremony. How could I forget I had my award ceremony for the GCSEs? Oh my god, if that was a moment that I felt like I was legit him. Nah, I'm joking. But to be honest, it was a really cool night because I wasn't in England when I got my initial GCSE results, so I didn't really have my moment. But that night was an amazing night. I got to see people. This was like last month, by the way. I got to see people that I haven't seen in ages, and I got to have my moment on stage to get my certificate, and it just felt nice. And I got to see my friends, and it just felt great. Also, obviously, we had Christmas and New Year and Boxing Day, which was fun. 2 days I got to spend time with the family. Also, the amount of like Iggy travel videos I've done this year as well, 7. The amount of videos I've done on my channel as well. Like I said, I'm not doing this just to flex. Like, I know it sounds like I am, but it's just mainly because I wanted to tell you my thoughts on this year. Because, like, funnily enough, I saw Tommy Innit do this. I know it's cringy because, like, why do you watch Tommy Innit? But I saw Tommy Innit do a similar video to this, and he basically gave me the inspiration to do this video. So hence why I'm doing this video today. But yeah, honestly, like I said, thanks to you lot who's been on the journey with me through my channel. Especially this year, I felt like this year has been great. And obviously I'm grateful for you lot for being supporting the channel, like always. And hopefully next year we continue, and hopefully we get the 500. The magical 500. All the way to be completed. But honestly, we have to see what 2025 brings. Because honestly, we have to see. Could be good, it could be bad. But either way, I'm going to still be here. Oh, God. But, you know, we're on the final 2. Let's just end this quick, you know. We are in the final 2. We got an RPG. Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm building. Oh, I'm about to shoot the fire launcher. Come on. Oh, we're going to kill this guy easily. Fire the RPG. Yeah, dead. There we go. Killed him. But anyways, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe. We are on the way to 500. You know the gif. And hopefully you all have a good New Year's. This is the last video of 2024 and we made it!